up, you guys? I'm gonna do something different with the filter. Okay. Yeah, so let's tune into the energy and see what's up with the collective. So this is your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, April the 10th, 2018. So Divine Spirit, ask for highest guidance and clarity for the collective. For those who are meant to receive a message from this reading, what is the major and important relevant energies surrounding the collective for Tuesday, April the 10th, 2018? Okay. First card out is the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. It came out in reverse, but I don't do reversals like that. The Nine of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacle cards, like a lot. And the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. With the Four of Cups at the bottom. Okay. So a lot of like physical energies, okay? So it could be material things, material matters. It could be financial situation or a financial matter. But I feel Seven of Pentacles is kind of telling you to be present in the moment right now with something or just some things. Like, just telling you to be present. I didn't know this filter was like, so weird. Anyway, but it's telling you to be present in the moment and have patience with something or a process. Yeah, it's kind of like sit back and relax. Like, just fall back is the energy I'm hearing. Fall back and relax. With the Eight of Wands as your suggested, or actually, sorry, this is your challenge or obstacle. So with the Eight of Wands as your challenge and obstacle, it could be like, okay, things are not moving fast enough. Things could be going faster, but they are not. Why not? Why am I not seeing any results? Or why am I not seeing instantaneous results or evidence of something? Or just why is it seeming as though energy is stagnant right now? It's kind of like this fog. It's especially if you've grown accustomed to, because we're in the Mercury retrograde, so it can kind of like be chaotic at this time. Like energies are constantly fluctuating or things are happening, or you've been on this wavelength of things constantly manifesting and unfolding, or just this momentum, this anxious energy, this build up that you've been feeling, and now it's kind of still and it's not so much happening physically that you can see. So you might be a little bit challenged by this, with the Two of Pentacles as your suggested approach to the situation. There's things that you want right now. The Spirit's telling you that you're going to have to practice that patience factor again. The things that you want, it might be that you're sensing or you know that it's right in front of you. Whatever it is that you're asking for, whatever you've been trying to bring in or manifest, it's like right in front of you. You feel it or you sense it or you know it. But it's like you can't get your hands on it, or there could even be a hesitance. But I feel like this is Spirit telling you again to fall back and have patience. When the timing is right, it will be right. It's not going anywhere. You know, you don't have to force something to happen. It'll just fall in alignment when it's meant to. And I feel like you'll find that, or you'll see that, or you'll know when that time comes. So your suggested focus is the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a weird Nine of Pentacles, by the way. Like, why is he cutting her hair? I feel like focus on maybe cutting out things that are not beneficial to you right now. Things that you can see that are not beneficial. So let's say, for example, these are cutting out habits. He's cutting her hair. These are things that you're not really losing. Like, you cut your hair, it's going to grow back. So I feel like it's a metaphor for cutting things out of your life. It's not, you're not really missing anything, or it may be things that you have to temporarily cut out of your life or temporarily have to separate yourself from that will come back. Or it could be things that when you release one thing, you gain another. Okay. So you're not losing anything. I feel like it's also being grateful for what you have now. Um, it could be a pattern of releasing ungratefulness. It could be also cutting people, like this might be you being single, like you might have to be solo, and I don't mean just romantically. This could be secluding yourself from people or cutting people out of your life where you are just solo, like just by yourself. It might have to be that way for the time being, for whatever reason. um then you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is your conclusion. So whatever it is that you're wanting or seeking or you've been working for, or you've been, as long as you're dedicated to something, whether it be dedicated to your life journey, your path, you, something that you're trying to manifest, another person, people, a career, whatever it is that you're dedicated to, I feel as long as you stay on the path, because there's going to be moments where you're not going to see instant results, or there may be times where you have to sit and wait. There may be times where you have to take it one step at a time, but it's going to catch up with you at the right time. And I feel like that's the conclusion, whether it concludes itself in this day, in this energy, or in the future, because there is patience with the Pentacles cards. You're not far off. You you need to focus on how to, it's almost like you got to get two steps ahead. So this is funny how Spirit is like showing me this. So you have the Seven of Pentacles. This is your present energy or your overall energy. So you're at the Seven. You're not quite complete at the Ten of Pentacles. You haven't fully manifested, or you haven't fully reached that grand conclusion or energy that you've been trying to get to, whether you know what it is or you don't know what it is. The Two of Pentacles is kind of like the Eight, right? The Eight and the Nine. So it's 7 and 8 adding up to 9, right, with the Two of Pentacles. So I'm seeing it like a math problem. It's weird. So 7 plus 2 is 9, right? Which your approach is going to lead you to focusing on the 9 of Pentacles. So it's kind of like Spirit's telling you to think ahead. Yeah, you're at the 7 of Pentacles. You're chilling right now. But you can be patient. While you're patient, focus on what it is that doesn't serve you and is in the way, whether it's something that you're doing that's not serving a situation, whether these are people or circumstances or things you have to let go of. Focus on that, because it's going to essentially bring in what you want. Surely, slowly but surely. The thing about Pentacles is it's an earth energy. So with earth energies, it's like, think of a plant or a flower, or or pregnancy. Like I usually use those examples. So it's like it's a gestation period that it has to go through, or a process that it goes through. With every seed that we plant, we are not going to see results immediately. With some things, yeah, it's possible. Like I could say, I want some Starbucks coffee today, but I don't have the money for whatever reason, or I don't see a Starbucks in my area, but maybe at work they have Starbucks in the office or something. It could be as something as small as that. But let's say for like this energy seems bigger than that, because it requires patience, it requires nurturing, and it requires persistence. So this is something much bigger. Okay, whatever it is, it's like a process that you have to go through. You plant the seed, you water it, you make sure it's in the proper lighting. If it's a baby, like a child, you have to feed, you have to take care of yourself, take your vitamins, eat healthy, stay active, rest when you need to. Know that inevitably, you do have to have doctor's visits and all that, check up on the baby, but that more than likely, inevitably, you're going to give birth to a child, or that this plant is going to blossom into a lily or a sunflower or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be those things, but that's the process that I'm picking up. Okay. All right. You might be bored with this process, and it's like, oh my gosh, like when? Like any day now with the Four of Cups, like any day now. Like I'm tired of waiting. I feel like I'm waiting on Spirit. I feel like I'm waiting on somebody else or other people, other factors, the money, the this, the people, the circumstances, the feelings. You're waiting on all of that, but Spirit is saying to just fall back and be patient and focus on what it is that you can do right now to bring it in closer, or what you can do to be present and grateful where you are. What am I grateful for that I have right now? Because that always helps. Focusing on the things that you have presently now that you're happy about, things about yourself that you appreciate, or things about your life that you appreciate. Also, things that don't serve you, and taking your mind off of those things or releasing them and focusing on the things that matter now. Okay? Alright. So let's see, Divine Spirit. That's why it's guidance, truth, and clarity when it comes to love, energies, matters of the heart, love, relationships, partnerships, friendships. Ask for highest guidance with that, Divine Spirit, for the collective for Tuesday, April the 10th, 2018. Okay. Very soon. True love. Forgiving and learning. Passion. Let's see what the other card is. Conclusion card, Divine Spirit. Thank you. Codependency with finances and career. So, very soon. Says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So this is your overall energy. So Spirit's telling you that you haven't fully decided on something. It could be you're still indecisive about certain things or aspects. Like you might say, yeah, I know I want this job, but you're not really decisive as to where you want to be with this job, maybe what your salary is, maybe the hours you want. It's like you have to be kind of specific with it. So you might say, yeah, I want marriage, but maybe it's about, okay, well, what type of marriage do you want? What are the aspects that are important to you? Or I want to be with this person. Okay, well, in what way? Is it just dating? Is it just a fling? Is it for a long-term ship? Or is it, why do you want this person? Or what type of relationship do you want? Like, what experiences would you want with this person? So it's kind of like being clearly decisive with what you want, because I feel the more specific, in a sense, the more that spirit can work with, and the quicker they can get it done, right? So if I go to a restaurant and I say I want a hamburger, it's like, okay, well, what do you want on your hamburger? You just want a plain hamburger? Like, that's it? You gotta be more specific than that, right? So they can give it to you. So that's what I'm getting with that. The challenge with this energy, or the obstacle, is true love, and it says this is a romance of a lifetime. So some of you guys are trying to figure out whether this is something that your heart truly desires. If it's true love, do I really want this person? Do I really want this, this job, this house, this whatever, this circumstance? Is it something that I'm really dedicated to? Do I really love this thing? Do I really want this thing? It could be second guessing yourself and saying, I know that it's something I love, or I feel like it's true love, or I feel like this is the dream job for me, or the dream home, or this is the right path for me to take. Whatever it is, you feel it, but you might be second guessing yourself. There's an indecisive, imbalanced energy with this too. Um, I'm hearing like you have to see it to believe it, or you feel like you have to see it to believe it, or you just really don't know, and it's holding up the process. Others of you, it could be as small as not really knowing what true love is, or you think that this is true love and it may not be. But for the majority of you, I feel like this is hesitance, this is fear, this is second guessing yourself, this is not being clear with something, not really knowing if it's really what you want. And that's why Spirit's telling you to be more specific. Then you have forgiving and learning as your suggested approach. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So what do you need to let go of? It kind of goes back to the other reading of what doesn't serve you, because certain things can be blocking your blessings a bit, especially this energy when it comes to love. This energy, like you're, say for example, you want a dream job, but you feel like you don't have the credentials or the experience for that job, but you know it's something that your heart really wants. But there's some sense of, this happened to me in the past. Whether it has anything to do with the job, maybe I applied for a job in the past and they said no, they rejected me. I thought that this was the one, they rejected me, or this happened to me as a child. All I've known is failure or rejection for everything I want, so I'm going to settle for something less than what I want. And I feel like this is an energy that's blocking you. It could also be resentment towards past experiences or people. It could be guilt and blame on yourself that it equates to you believing that you're not worthy of what you want. And it causes this so-called indecision. But the indecision really comes from not really believing that you could have it or not trusting yourself in a sense. So I feel like this is like Spirit's telling you to approach whatever it is that you need to let go of and release. And it could even be people in the way. Like you could still be holding on to exes, memories of exes, things that someone did to you, said to you, or maybe you're holding on to an ex hoping that that person is the one or coming back, and but that's not the case. Passion comes out. It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. This is your suggested focus. Your focus needs to be strongly on what it is that you desire more than what it is that you don't want or desire. It should be more on that. The only reason you would focus on things that you don't desire is to show you what it is that you need to release. But other than that, you want to put more of your focus into what you desire rather than what you don't. Codependency is your conclusion. Okay? It says addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay? Again, Spirit's telling you, like, you're going to come to a place where the only person you have to blame is yourself as far as, like, the patterns that are affecting your love life, the things that are blocking you from moving forward. Because I feel like it's taking ownership and accountability. Like, yeah, I might have been cheated on before, but it's up to me whether or not I still carry that resentment and hold that grudge or blame myself that maybe they did it because I wasn't good enough or whatever the case may be, or that job rejected me because I wasn't smart enough. Whatever your mind thought at the time or felt, it's like, okay, well, I need to pick my head up and say to myself that I don't have to carry those experiences with me anymore. They don't validate me. So let me focus on what I want. Let me boss up and put my attention towards the path moving forward rather than looking backwards. All right. Let's see. Pick a card. I'm going to use a Lenormand for the pick a card. So you guys, if you are interested in a personal reading with me, you guys can check out my website. I'll leave it in the description box below. Just be sure to sign up on my website in order to purchase out. If you guys are looking for emergency readings, which I do within a 24-hour time frame of purchasing the emergency reading, so if you're looking for that, the details will be in the description box. For quick mini energy readings, the best way to reach me for a quick question reading or a little emergency reading really quick is through Instantgo. It's only available for Apple users for now, so you guys can hit me up there. I'll leave that in the description box below. Also, I'm running a birthday special for Aries sun signs only. So if you are an Aries sun sign or you know an Aries sun sign, let them know or hook yourself up with a birthday reading. It's available now until April 20th. And if you guys want to follow me on social media as well, you may do so. All right? Okay. So I'm going to do 3 pulls. So anything you have on your mind, on your heart, that you would like to know, if it's a question or if it's an energy, advice, whatever it is it may be that you have on your mind. You could be drawn to more than one card, so that's fine too. So I'm going to ask Divine Spirit to tap into the energies of the collective and those who are meant to receive a message from these cards, and that the message be clear and accurate and be received with love and insight and healing. So 3 cards, Divine Spirit, that speak to those who are meant to resonate with this reading. 3 cards. Okay. All right. So, card 1, 2, and 3. I'll give you guys a moment to meditate on the cards that resonate with you the most. Okay. So give guys a moment. Okay. All right. So those of you who've chosen card 1, you have the Tower with the bouquet. Okay. So the Tower, if this is a yes or no question, the Tower is a no card. But the bouquet is a yes. So maybe it's a no for now, but maybe the answer will change later. So this could be an energy or a time of feeling isolated, feeling bored or unhappy with something, feeling unappreciated. But I feel within time, I feel like it's you coming out of this energy, out of this kind of like Rapunzel in her castle. It's like you're waiting for something or a circumstance or someone to save you, come to rescue you. But I feel like it's you have to kind of see the bigger picture and you have to look at things from a more positive perspective rather than looking at it from this state. And once you realize the bigger picture and you appreciate yourself first, then I feel like this energy can subside. So I hope that makes sense. All right, card 2. The answer is a yes. If this is a yes or no question, the birds is a neutral card, but with the positive card, I feel like it's a yes. But if it's not a yes or no, this is about creativity, manifestation. It could be about a child, literally. Maybe you guys are getting messages about a child, or this could be communication, like a fresh new start through communicating. It could also be, having, I feel like this is creative solutions with a collective of people or discussing ideas with a group of people or through social media. Um, but definitely something being created through communication. This could even be affirmations for some of you. All right. Notice how the numbers almost like resonate. So you have number 12, which is 3, and then you have the 3 with the child. They kind of like, it's weird, very synchronistic. Even with the bouquet and the tower, both have 9s in them. All right, so card 3. Okay, you have the anchor and the clouds. So this would be a yes card if this is a yes or no question, and this would be a no card, the clouds. So it might be that something is interchangeable. It could be maybe something that's not completely certain. So I feel like you guys are worried about your stability right now. Um, yeah, I feel like you guys are worried about something in relations to if something is not set in stone, okay? So just be clear on that. Stay alert or be very clear on some things, or you're trying to get clear mentally. This could be a good indication that any mental blockages are going to clear. Or this could also be if you guys are having a mental imbalance, that you're going to find stability soon with some sort of concerns, okay? So that's what I'm getting, you guys. Ooh, the ring card came out. Much love as always. I thank you guys so much for watching. Again, until the next reading, peace.